This video was made possible by EA Game Changers.
Hi guys, rachybop here. Welcome to another Sims mobile video. In this video, I'm going to be going through the roommate race. Now this is a quest that is in the Sims mobile for people level 13 and above, and it is the opportunity to do a quest rather than to pay to unlock the third sim slot. I have already unlocked that sim slot, so I won't actually get offered this in the game, but Fire Monkeys have very kindly given me the information so I can do a walkthrough for you guys. Okay, so as you can see, it's done in chapters and parts. So some quests are now structured in chapters. Chapter 1 begins unlocked. Each day a new chapter will become unlocked, and chapters will continue to unlock even if you haven't finished the previous one. So each chapter will unlock each day, but you can't go ahead of that chapter within that one day if you're caught up. So the goal is to give players a chance to take a break and not need to go full speed from day 1 until the end of the quest. Okay, so step 1 here is to have another roommate. Find roommates online from the couch. So you're going to tap on a sofa or love seat at home to find roommates online. I'm also going to do a blog post along with this so you guys can read these steps if it's easier for you. And that's going to give you a 5 simoleon reward and 5 XP. Step 2, let's post a want ad for a new roommate. So you need to post a want ad. Tap on a table or desk at home to post want ad. You're going to get 5 simoleons and 5 XP, and it will cost you 50 simoleons. Step 3, let's clean up for our new roommate. You're going to pull dirty socks out of bed. Tap on a bed at home to pull dirty socks out of bed. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and the cost is 20 energy for that. Step 4, wow, we got a lot of responses to our ad. So you're going to sift through roommate responses by tapping on a table at home to sift through roommate responses. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost you 20 energy and take about half an hour to complete. And these durations are the expected durations of the event or actions, and there is a note on this sheet that I'm reading that says some actions now take time to complete. Step 5, I might need some pro tips on finding a roommate. You're going to order Finding the Perfect Roommate book by tapping on a sofa or love seat at home to order Finding the Perfect Roommate book. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost you 50 simoleons. Step 6, we haven't swept this place since moving in. You're going to sweep by tapping on a sofa or love seat at home to sweep. You get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost you 25 energy. Step 7, let's take a break from this roommate stuff. You're going to complete 2 standard events by tapping on a career or hobby station or any sim and start a new event. You're going to get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will take you about 4 hours for those 2 tasks. Step 8, maybe neighbourhood sims know others looking for a new place. So you're going to get referrals from 3 sims by tapping on a sim to get referrals. It's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward for those 3 tasks. Can I just say how awesome this is, that this is so story driven. Like before it had a good story, but it was always very repetitive and do these events and do that, whereas this is very, very story driven, and I like it a lot. Step 9, we'll need to order another set of house keys. You're going to order another set of keys by tapping on a table at home to order another set of keys, and that's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, at the cost of 50 simoleons and a duration of 2 hours. Okay, so the next chapter is There's Still a Housemate-Shaped Hole in My Life. And the first step of this part is our book on roommate hunting tips arrived. So you're going to read Finding the Perfect Roommate book by tapping on a love seat or sofa at home to read Finding the Perfect Roommate book. That's going to give you 5 simoleon and 5 XP reward. The next step is our new roommate better not keep their undies in the fridge. You're going to divide up fridge space by tapping on a fridge to divide up fridge space. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost you 20 energy. The next step, let's clean up more to make a good first impression. So you're going to clean the counters by tapping on a counter at home to clean counters. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost you 25 energy. The next step, let's meet potential roommates out in the real world. You're going to complete 2 long events by tapping on a career or hobby station or any sim and start a new event, and that will give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will take 8 hours for those 2 tasks. Goodness me, this is the biggest quest I've ever seen in my life, and this is a 5-day quest, by the way. The next step, let's show our new roommate we can take care of our plants. You're going to water a house plant by tapping on a plant to water house plant. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. The next step, we'll need a chore wheel once my new roommate moves in. So you're going to create a chore wheel by tapping on a table at home to create a chore wheel. I'm really excited to see what the animations are with this, although I won't get the quest, so I won't know. Oh. There's 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward for this. It's going to cost you 10 energy and take 1 hour. The next step, this roommate prep is making me hungry. You're going to grab a snack by tapping on a fridge to grab a snack. And that's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. The next step, do people around town know our roommate candidates? You're going to talk to 3 sims to check references. So tap on a sim and check references. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward for those 3 tasks. The next step, these candidates keep tracking dirt into my home. You're going to sweep your apartment by tapping on a love seat at home to sweep the apartment. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. It's going to cost you 15 energy, take 2 hours. The next step, I could really use a change of pace. You're going to complete 2 short events by tapping on a career or hobby station or any sim and start a new event, and that's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it's going to take 2 hours for those 2 tasks. The next step, does my look say responsible yet fun, roommate? You're going to change your appearance. So tap on the change appearance button and alter your look. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. The next step, I've been so busy I almost forgot to write a lease. You're going to write a lease by tapping on a table at home to write a lease. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. Okay, and then we're on to the next chapter. Feels like we're making progress. And the first step here, with a full house, I'll need a conflict management book. So you're going to buy the Who Moved My Stuff book by tapping on a sofa to buy the Who Moved My Stuff book from a phone. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it's going to cost you 25 simoleons and take 1 hour. The next step, finding a good roommate, is taking forever. You're going to vent to 3 sims about roommate woes by tapping on a sim and vent about roommate woes. That's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. It's going to cost you 5 energy for those 3 tasks. The next step, maybe some socialising, will clear my head. You're going to complete 2 short events by tapping on a career or hobby station or any sim and start a new event. And that's going to give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. And it's going to take you 1 hour for those 2 tasks. The next part is our book on conflict management is here. You're going to read Who Moved My Stuff book by tapping on a surfer to read Who Moved My Stuff book. You're going to get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. Next, did I see an ant in that plant? You're going to scan plants for ants by tapping on a house plant to scan plants for ants. You get 5 XP for that and 5 simoleons. It's going to cost you 5 energy and take 2 hours. Next, we've got ants in the plants. You're going to order Bugaboo bug spray by tapping on the table to order Bugaboo bug spray from a laptop. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP for that. It will cost you 100 simoleons and it's going to take you 1 hour. Next, I can't even with these ants. So you need to stress eat by tapping on a fridge to stress eat, and you're going to get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost you 15 energy. Next, I should make some snacks for potential roomies. So you need to make snacks for roommate candidates. By tapping on a counter to make snacks for roommate candidates, you'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP for that, and it will cost you 25 energy. Next, I've still got a life outside of this roommate search. Complete 2 long events by tapping on the career or hobby station or any sim and start a new event. That will give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP, and it will take you 8 hours for those 2 events. The next step, let's post on a different site to expand our search. You need to post a roommate ad on a different site by tapping on a table to post watch ad. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP at a cost of 50 simoleons. Next, these candidates are shady. Let's run background checks. You need to run background checks by tapping on a table at home to run background checks. You'll get 5 simoleons, 5 XP as a reward at a cost of 100 simoleons, and it will take 3 hours. Next, I've got to stop eating so much pudding. You need to sop up pudding explosion by tapping a counter to sop up pudding explosion. That will give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. Next, I'm starting a blog about roommate hunting. You need to register a blog domain name by tapping on a server to register blog domain name on a phone. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost you 75 simoleons and take 2 hours. And that's the end of that chapter. The next chapter, glad I'm not doing this alone, there's a lot of duds out there. The first step of this chapter is, wait, where's our extra mailbox key? You need to rummage for extra mailbox key by tapping on a server to rummage for extra mailbox key. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will take 25 energy. Next, interviewing potential roommates is tough. You need to practice interviewing roommates by tapping on a mirror or vanity at home to practice interviewing roommates. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost 20 energy. Next, maybe my perfect roomie will arrive when I'm not looking. Complete 2 long events by tapping on a career or hobby station or any sim and start a new event. That will give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will take 8 hours for those 2 tasks. Next, marching ants. This means war. You need to scan plants for ants by tapping on a house plant to scan plants for ants. You'll get 5 XP and 5 simoleons as a reward. Next, maybe this sim ant game will teach me how ants think. Yes, shout out to sim ant. You need to play sim ant by tapping on a table to play sim ant on a laptop. You'll get 5 XP and 5 simoleons as a reward, and it will take you 3 hours. Next, I've shaken hands with too many people lately. Please note we've had no llama zoom yet. I've shaken hands with too many people lately. Wash off roommate germs by tapping on a sink to wash off roommate germs. It will give you 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost 10 energy. Next, 2 bad dust bunnies aren't as cute as regular bunnies. Sweep up dust bunnies by tapping on a sofa to sweep up dust bunnies. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward, and it will cost you 10 energy. Next, the house is clean. Back to the roommate search. You need to complete 3 long events by tapping on a career or hobby station or any sim and start a new event. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. It will take you 2 hours for those 3 tasks. Next, this ant prevention guide will help with our pest problem. Read Ant Anne's Ant Prevention Guide by tapping on the sofa to read Ant Anne's Ant Prevention Guide. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. Next, what traits do others look for in a roommate? Ask 3 sims about roommate traits. Tap on a sim to ask about roommate traits. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward for those 3 tasks. And that's the end of another chapter. And the final chapter, we're getting close to finding housemate perfection. The first step here is one of these roommates 3 kids in a trench coat? Hire a private investigator by tapping on a table to hire a private investigator from a laptop. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at a cost of 50 simoleons. Next, my home is great. Why haven't we found a roommate yet? Wonder if this house is cursed. Tap on a bed to wonder if this house is cursed. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at a cost of 10 energy, and it will take 1 hour. Next, a psychic could be the fresh approach we need. You need to hire Madame Raven Dancer. Tap on a sofa or love seat to hire Madame Raven Dancer. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at a cost of 75 simoleons. Next, our psychic advisor gave us a book on hex removal. Read I Wanna Hex You Up by tapping on a sofa or love seat to read I Wanna Hex You Up. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at a cost of 25 energy and a duration of 2 hours. Next, spiritual growth is slow. Does the internet have a quick fix? Buy roommate attracting spray. Tap on a table to buy roommate attracting spray. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at a cost of 25 energy, and it will take half an hour. Next, our psychic advisor advises meditation. So deep. Meditate. So you're going to need to meditate, and you'll tap on a bed to meditate. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. Next, as the old saying goes, the busy sim catches the roommate. You need to complete 2 standard events by tapping on a career or hobby station or any sim and start a new event. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at a duration of 4 hours for those 2 events. Next, the psychic gave us some positive mantras to recite. You need to recite the positive mantras by tapping on a mirror or vanity at home to recite positive mantras. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at the cost of 25 energy. Next, we finally found a promising candidate. So run background checks by tapping on a table at home to run background checks. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at a cost of 175 simoleons, and it will take 2.5 hours. Next, oh no, the ants are up to more antics. So you need to scan the plants for ants. By tapping on a houseplant to scan plants for ants, you'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP. At a cost of 15 energy. Next, could an ant whisperer talk the ants into leaving? Hire an ant whisperer. So you're going to tap on a sofa or love seat to hire an ant whisperer. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP at a cost of 250 simoleons, and it will take 1 hour. Next, let's hope this roommate's reference checks out. Ask 3 sims for a reference. You're going to tap on a sim to check references, and you'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at a cost of 25 energy. The next step, the lease is signed. Let's get notarized. So you need to get the lease notarized by tapping on a table at home to get the lease notarized. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. Next, we found someone. I'm so happy I could dance. Do a happy dance. Tap on a mirror or vanity at home to do a happy dance. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward at a cost of 25 energy. Next, our roommate saga is almost complete, back to normal life. You need to complete 2 long events. By tapping on a career or hobby station or any sim and start a new event, you'll get 5 XP and 5 simoleons as a reward, and it will take you 8 hours for those 2 tasks. Next, egads. I've just realised we've only got 1 dish. Order extra dishes. Tap on a sofa or love seat to order extra dishes. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP at a cost of 200 simoleons. And the final step, can't wait for our new roommate to arrive. Mix celebratory muffins. Tap on a counter to mix celebratory muffins. You'll get 5 simoleons and 5 XP as a reward. It will cost you 10 energy and take 2.5 hours. And then when you finish the complete quest, all the chapters, all of this information, you will have earned a total of 305 simoleons, 305 XP. It will have cost you 1,250 simoleons, 410 energy in total. It will have taken 72 hours without active play. And there's 34 tasks in total. And you will unlock a new playable sim and the third sim slot. I hope this has been useful to you. Like I said at the beginning, there's also a blog post version if that's easier for you to read through. Please feel free to come back each day and reference it. I will put the timestamps for each chapter in the description. So check that out, click the part you need, and hopefully then you can arrange your sims accordingly, make the most of it, and unlock that sim slot in good time. Good luck. If you have any questions, ask down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!